Alright, let's delve into the detailed astrological outlook for Gemini individuals in 2025. Overall, 2025 appears to be a dynamic and potentially transformative year for Gemini. You might find yourself presented with opportunities for growth, learning, and exploring new horizons. However, the year also calls for careful navigation of health, finances, and relationships. The influence of Jupiter, particularly in the latter half of the year, suggests a period of intellectual stimulation and potential gains. Saturn's transit will continue to emphasize the importance of discipline and responsibility in your career and personal life. Career. The professional sphere for Gemini in 2025 could see some interesting shifts. The first half of the year might present a balancing act between opportunities and challenges. You might encounter situations that require you to adapt quickly and think on your feet, which aligns well with your natural Gemini traits. There's a possibility of exploring unconventional career paths or opportunities that involve foreign connections or travel. However, be prepared for potentially higher expenses during this period, which could be linked to these new ventures or other unforeseen circumstances. As the year progresses, particularly after Jupiter moves into Gemini around mid-year, you might find an upswing in your career prospects. This transit can bring intellectual stimulation to your work, potentially leading to new projects, collaborations, or even a change in your professional direction that aligns more with your interests and skills. It's a favorable time for learning new skills and expanding your knowledge base, which could open doors to future advancements. Maintaining focus and avoiding distractions will be key to maximizing these opportunities. Finance. Financial matters for Gemini in 2025 will require careful attention and planning. As mentioned earlier, the first half of the year might see higher expenditures. It would be wise to create a budget and stick to it as much as possible to avoid any unnecessary financial strain. Review your investments and financial strategies to ensure they are aligned with your long-term goals. The latter part of the year, with Jupiter's influence, could bring some financial relief or new avenues for income. However, it's still important to remain prudent with your spending and avoid impulsive decisions. Consider seeking advice from a financial professional if you're planning any major investments or financial changes. Opportunities for financial gain might arise through your communication skills, writing, or teaching. Love and relationships. Personal relationships for Gemini in 2025 might see some evolving dynamics. The influence of the 12th house in the first half of the year could lead to a period of introspection in your relationships. You might find yourself needing more personal space or dealing with situations that create a temporary distance from loved ones. This time can be used for self-reflection and understanding your own needs within relationships. As the year progresses, and with Jupiter entering Gemini, your communication skills will be highlighted, which can be beneficial in resolving any misunderstandings and strengthening bonds with your partner, family, and friends. For those who are single, this period might bring opportunities to connect with new people who share your intellectual interests. However, it's important to build relationships on a foundation of genuine connection and clear communication. Be mindful of potential confusion or mixed signals in relationships, and strive for openness and honesty. Health. Your health might require extra attention in the first half of 2025. Jupiter's transit through the 12th house during this time could potentially increase stress levels or lead to feelings of fatigue. It's crucial to prioritize your physical and mental well-being. Incorporate regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient rest into your routine. Practices like meditation or mindfulness can be particularly helpful in managing stress. As the year moves forward, and with Jupiter entering your sign, you might experience a renewed sense of energy and vitality. However, it's still important to maintain healthy habits and not neglect your well-being. Pay attention to any minor health concerns and address them promptly. Nervous system-related issues or problems with the respiratory system might be areas to watch out for throughout the year. Education. For Gemini students, 2025 can be a favorable year for learning and intellectual pursuits. The first half of the year might require focused effort and discipline, especially if you are pursuing studies abroad or in unconventional fields. Be prepared for potential challenges that might require you to think creatively and adapt your learning strategies. The latter part of the year, with Jupiter in Gemini, is particularly auspicious for academic growth. You might find yourself more drawn to learning new subjects, engaging in intellectual discussions, and expanding your knowledge base. This is a good time for competitive exams, research, and any form of intellectual exploration. Your communication skills will be an asset in your academic pursuits, helping you to articulate your ideas effectively. Key periods. January to mid-year, focus on managing expenses, potential challenges in health, and a period of introspection in relationships. Opportunities in unconventional career paths might arise. Mid-year onward, Jupiter enters Gemini, bringing intellectual stimulation in career and education, potential financial relief, and enhanced communication in relationships. Renewed energy levels are likely. Remedies. For spiritual growth and knowledge acquisition, dedicate time to learning and understanding philosophical or spiritual texts. Be mindful of discontent affecting your work efficiency, especially in the first half of the year. Strive for a positive and proactive approach. During the second half of the year, practice maintaining composure in challenging situations. Avoid impulsive reactions. Consider worshipping the Shani Yantra after proper rituals to mitigate any negative influences of Saturn and promote discipline and stability. Wearing an emerald or green sapphire in a silver ring or pendant, after energizing it with appropriate rituals, might enhance your communication skills and intellectual abilities. Remain vigilant about your health throughout the year, prioritizing a balanced lifestyle and addressing any health concerns promptly. In summary, Gemini individuals in 2025 will navigate a year of dynamic shifts and opportunities for growth. While the first half might present some challenges related to finances and health, the latter part of the year, influenced by Jupiter, promises intellectual stimulation, potential career advancements, and improved communication in relationships. By remaining adaptable, focusing on clear communication, and prioritizing your well-being, you can make the most of the transformative energies of 2025. Remember that this is a general overview, and a personalized astrological reading can provide more specific insights based on your individual birth chart.